Alright, so this is a quick lesson on solving systems of equations by elimination using subtraction. Okay, and we're going to focus on subtracting to eliminate one of the variables. So again, we're just subtracting the two equations. When we do this, 2x minus 4x gives us negative 2x, negative 3y minus negative 3y, those end up canceling each other out. And then 18 minus negative 30 would end up giving us 48. Okay, one other way you might want to think about it instead of the subtraction might be easier with the signs. If you want to go ahead and add the opposite, it would change all the signs. That might help you as far as keeping your signs straight. So once we've got this, we're actually going to go ahead and just solve this like an equation. So, well, it is an equation, so not like, but divide by negative 2. And we end up with x is equal to negative 24. Okay, so once we have that, then we're going to substitute back into one of the equations. Doesn't matter which one, I'll just pick the top one. And we're going to solve for the other variable. So when we substitute in 2 times negative 24 minus 3y equals 18, that gives us negative 48 minus 3y equals 18. So then we're going to add the 48 to both sides. Make sure that when you're doing this, you bring down the negative with your y. So that gives you negative 3y is equal to, that will give you 66. So then when you divide by negative 3, you end up with y is equal to negative 22. So the order pair solution for this first example would be negative 24, negative 22. Alright, in our second example, again, we're using subtraction to eliminate one of the variables. So we're going to subtract. And this time I'm going to go ahead and at the beginning and switch all my signs. So now this turns into an addition problem, but at the same time I won't get confused with the signs. Alright, so when we do this, the variable that gets eliminated is the x term. Alright, so then we have 2y plus 3y, which would be 5y, and that would be equal to 30. So then we solve that equation, divide by 5, and we get y is equal to 6. Okay, again, we're just going to substitute back into one of the original equations, so I'll pick the top one. And we're just going to plug in what we just got for y. So it becomes negative 3x plus 2 times 6. It's equal to 10. That would give me negative 3x plus 12 equals 10. And then when we solve this equation, we're going to subtract 12 from each side. And negative 3x comes down, and it's equal to negative 2. So then we're going to divide everything by negative 3. And we get x is equal to positive 2/3. So the order pair solution for this system of equations would be 2/3 and 6. Alright, in our third example, again, we're going to subtract to eliminate the variables. I'm going to go ahead and change all the signs. So when I do that, the x's cancel out, the y's cancel out, so that leaves me with 0 on the left-hand side. And then 15 minus 10 is 5. And again, is this true or false? Once the variables get eliminated, we just need to know whether the statement that is being made is true or false. And in this case, it's false. And that tells me that I would have no solution. Okay. In the fourth example, we're going to go through the same procedure. Subtract. I'm going to go ahead and switch it to an addition and change all the signs. The x's end up canceling out, the y's end up canceling out, so I get 0 on the left hand side. And then 3 plus negative 3 also gives me 0. So then I look at that and I say, okay, is that true or false? Well, this time it's a true statement, so therefore I'm going to have infinitely many solutions. Alright, so there's your lesson on solving system of equations by using elimination, or by elimination using subtraction.